is Friday today, isn't it? And look, you can see how glorious is that. It's quite chilly, but it's a lovely morning. Oh, there's a tail of someone going under the hedge there. Actually, I came out to show you the view, but it's quite cold, so I'm coming in again. Let's just, zip down the settee there so you can still see out there. Just stop moving the camera around, shouldn't I? Right, 29th of November, Friday. Yesterday was a long day, but I really wanted to get the vlog up. Right, let's turn around then you can see that. So I was up till about midnight getting that up, but I did it, so it might, the editing might not have been my finest, so do forgive me. But I was I was late and tired, but I got it up. I do like to share these things with you. So I hope those in the States all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope not too many people are rushing out to Black Friday sales today. And we'll be just sitting around relaxing, being full of pie, because that seems to be the thing. I'm off out again. Do you remember back at the beginning of November when I was at home all the time? And I still have got a busy couple of weeks coming out. Well, yeah, we're reaching the peak of it really. So, oh, excuse me. I'm heading back up to the Hydro Hotel this morning to meet my lovely friend Tasha, who's coming over from Brighton. She is a Socks on the Beach cohort. She's a great supporter of socks. She's worked on the charity knit along with me, so she's bringing some of the crochet blankets and knitted blankets over for me, which I'll talk about a bit later. I'll show you those. And I also have her blanket to give her, so we'll be doing a blanket swap. Just realised that. We should go and have a coffee and a chat, and then I will be coming back home, and I'm not going to leave the house for 3 days. I don't know actually when I'm going to leave the house, but oh, hang on. It wouldn't be long. Oh, good morning. Good morning. The other one, oh sorry, my hand was in front of the camera. The other one, yeah, there he is. They're never far away. Yeah, I will go now because I'll be late, but I will be back later, and I've got a few other things to share with you, and I can share with you a couple of the lovely Christmas bits I bought yesterday. None of the presents, obviously, but I can share with you, I bought a couple of decorations, which I will show you. And not forgetting, of course, today's the start of our Christmas carol read-along. So we'll be kicking that off as well. We've got the nice caution wet floor sign behind. I might.
Very fancy washi tape.
Thank you. I chose orange because I know you like bright colours.
I do like orange. It's one of my preferred colours.
Can I just say she's been so careful about taking the tissue paper off, because we just had a discussion about recycling tissue paper. So you could probably keep the washi tape as well.
Probably keep the washi tape, but it's definitely trying to stick to me at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Look at these colours!
I know, right?
Look at this. This is amazing.
It is very
You have to
soft.
stand up because I don't want it to end up on the floor. Oh, nice toast. Oh my god. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Will that do?
This will absolutely do. Ow.
I'm not sure. I don't think I've shared much with you about the Instant Pot. I've got a feeling, I think I may have, a month is such a long time, isn't it? I think I did film something about it, but I'm not sure if I put it out. So I've got home for lunch anyway, and I want to make a ratatouille, and I'm going to make it in the Instant Pot, partly because it's easy and partly because it's quick. So I've set the Instant Pot on to saute for 7 minutes. I'm loosely following a recipe. And when that beeps and it says hot, I'm going to start putting all my lovely fresh ingredients in to saute before I then add the liquids and put the lid on and pressure cook it for a few minutes. Okay, it tells me it's hot now, so I'm using a spray oil because I want to avoid using a lot of olive oil. Oops. Yeah, I want this to be a 0 point. Break up the garlic. I don't think you finished in my sentences, do I? I know that was so cut. it's mid-afternoon. I've been doing some jobbies, something's looking at me here, which I'll show you in a minute. Yeah, lots of bits and pieces. I obviously made a ratatouille for my lunch and for the next few days. Can I just share with you this, my sweater. This is one of my favourite and probably most flattering hand knits that I've made. And it's the Crazy Stripes tee. Can't tell you who it's by, can't remember. And I'm also, this is a handmade skirt as well. And look, it's got pockets and everything and pleats. Oh, it's very creased because it's a heavy linen. But yeah, so I like this outfit because it makes me feel like I'm handmade. Obviously got handmade socks on as well, but I won't take my boots off to show you those. Right, yesterday's purchases. Well, as I've said, no secrets are going to be revealed. So Hannah, no point in watching, is there, darling? Or Joe, if you're watching, but Jonah knows what he's getting because very difficult. If you've got sons, older sons, what to get them? Always difficult. But anyway, so the first thing I can show you, there's not a lot that isn't presenty. I did buy a dress, but I might share that with you. Not today, another time. So first thing, I always buy advent candle, little birds on it. We have always buy an advent candle. I have advent calendars as well, which I will show you tomorrow. So we're getting all the decorations down, ready to put them up on Sunday, which will be the 1st. So strictly speaking, I won't be vlogging that, but as we know, I'm not going to disappear anywhere soon. So, oh, it's got snowmen. Look. So from Sunday, I will be burning one a day. If I remember, I used to buy the thick pillar candles with advent numbers on it. They took so long to burn, and I usually put them on at dinner time in the evening and they're just on the table with us, but they take ages to burn, the pillar candles. So we got terribly behind. Usually keep up with this, so hopefully that will be good. So that will go into a little candle holder, be out probably on the island, I think. Oh, like waving this around. And we'll burn that each day of Advent. Then last year we decorated our dining room, which is one of the first. We've been in this house about 5 years now, but we take notoriously long time to decorate anywhere. In our last house it was 10 years, so we're doing well. It's 5 years. We decorated the dining room really beautifully. It's the first room we've really kind of planned. It's not, well, it's fancy to us, but it's nothing particularly fancy to anyone else. But it's a lovely olivey green colour. I don't know if you remember, we have been in there before. Again, once the tree's up and it's decorated, we can go and have another look. But it's where the piano is this year. We've moved the piano into there from the lounge. So, and we also bought some new Christmas trees last year because we've had real ones, but yeah, again, a bit ambivalent about whether a real one is good or not. So we bought 3 fake trees. Obviously they will last us for years and years and years and years. So I don't feel bad about buying them in that respect. But I realised last year we didn't have any tree toppers. We didn't have fairies or anything. So for our Christmas tree in the dining room yesterday, I bought this beautiful fairy. She's not really a fairy, is she? She actually makes me think of Frida Kahlo. Just the dark hair. But do you remember yesterday when Anne was looking at the baubles, she bought a load of baubles off this same kind of, they have all the tables set in colour schemes. So you've got she'll just sit on. And she was actually inexpensive. But I just love that. I love peacock colourings like that. Or as I said in the vlog yesterday, penguin colourings. So she's going on top of the tree in the dining room. On the same colour theme, I didn't unwrap this. I bought this tea light holder. And I know I could make one. It's the trouble, isn't it, when you're a maker? You can make most things, but you know, I don't want to. I don't want to have to buy all the bits and the spray and go out and hunt for pine cones. It was sitting there, ready-made, very inexpensive. So I'll put probably a votive as opposed to a tea light. I don't know. That will go on, again, can you see the green on it? So that will go on the centre of the dining room table. Not on Christmas Day. On Christmas Day, we have some cut glass candlesticks that belong to my grandmother that I bought, actually, yeah, I did yesterday. I bought some red table candles for, so that will be Christmas Day. And then finally, we also have a tree in here, because you know my kitchen is a big kitchen and it has the settee and the table in, so we spend a lot of time in here. The tree in here is kind of, excuse me, Anne called it eccentric, I'm not sure about that, my crafty tree. So all my little woolen things, I've knit quite a few of the Arnie and Carlos knitted baubles and some other little woolen things. I've had gifts from friends and kind of, yeah, handmade-y type things. It's a bit of a mishmash, but it's lovely. And anything sheepy related, any felted ornaments go on the tree in here. So I bought this, which is, it's lovely. And actually one of my tree decorations is an angel that my friend Penny, my knit night lovely friend Penny, brought back from South Africa for me. And it's a little beaded angel. She's not a tree topper. Last year I did sticker on the top of the tree, but it's this kind of the same twisted wire beading. So this will actually, and like it's got that, I think will look beautiful. So I think that's probably it really for all the things I can show you. You would have seen I spent quite a lot of film footage on the Charbonnel and Walker stand in Selfridges, which was all the truffles and chocolates in the beautifully coloured round boxes. My very favourite is the Marc de Champagne truffles, or are the Marc de Champagne truffles. They're so expensive. Last year Santa bought a little box for my stocking, so I'm hoping if I'm good that I might get those. You wouldn't want to eat too many of them because they're very rich. I don't really like champagne, not that I drink much anyway, but the truffles are just lovely, a real Christmas treat. The other Christmas treat, because Selfridges had changed, it's changed its whole way. It's taken the stationery down from the ground floor to the lower ground floor. And on the lower ground floor were loads more bits and pieces and knickknacks and really lovely things. A bit like, they used to have Cath Kidston down there. They used to have anthropology down there. They have a Jasper Conran. It's just the Conran shop with household things. And they had all sorts of little artisan bits and pieces, plus another load of Christmas decorations, as well as their Christmas thing on the 4th floor. But they've moved it, so they've moved all the confectionery down to the lower ground floor, and we couldn't find anything. It was smaller than what we used to. Usually, Anne and I come out of Selfridges packed to the hilt with confectionery. That's where we get all things like the Jelly Belly sweets. You get the Christmas chocolates, Turkish Delight, all those sorts of things. And I know you can get them in supermarkets now, but it's just our tradition, we do that. But this year it was it was a bit naff really. Sorry Selfridges, you get the thumbs down for that. It's beautiful, but it's nowhere near as great as it used to be. But they did redeem themselves. Oh man, did they redeem themselves. Every year when we go to Selfridges, I buy one bag of Hershey Kisses. Now, it's obviously an American brand, and Selfridges sell American chocolate. I love Hershey Kisses. I just love them. They've become my Christmas thing. So through Advent, I have one a day. I have my little Hershey Kiss a day. And that's fine. That's, you know, I have one a day. if there's some left at the end of the couple of weeks, you know, and I know I'm going to have more than 24, then I might have to do a day. Last year they didn't sell them. They didn't have any. I was gutted. I was gutted. Yeah, last year's selvages were dead to me, but they've got them back this year. Perhaps that's my consolation for them moving the whole confectionery department downstairs. Maybe. So I have my bag of Hershey Kisses, which I'm going to keep entirely to myself. How good. Gosh, I've talked for 10 minutes. That's shocking, isn't it? But the last couple have been short. So I used to get various Advent things for the kids and Gary. I bought a lot of 24 little red felt buckets that I would string up, and I used to put, well, way back, I used to put a little Bible verse, an Advent Bible verse in, and then I put in a sweetie or a Lindor or something. One for Gary, one for Joe, and one for Hannah. Joe's not really into sweets, so he never ate them. Gary used to go down the whole lot and eat them all in one go, and he would take the children's sweets if they hadn't taken them themselves. And I know you're probably going to watch this, darling. You're a shocker. You know you are. Nobody's food is safe. But perhaps I'll get you your own Advent calendar this year. And you can just, I did last year, didn't I? I bought, Joe's not home, sadly. But Hannah and Gary both had one. Hannah had a marshmallow one, which was dairy-free, gluten-free, and they were divine marshmallows. Again, Selfridges didn't have them this year. Another fail. Anyway, enough of that. It's been 11 minutes and I've chatted on. But, you know, we're coming to the end of my vlogging month, so I am going to do some more. Not daily, not straight away, but I'm definitely going to do some more. I've made too many lovely friends to just not do it now. So that was the gift, the Christmas presents I bought yesterday. I have to go and do a bit of tidying up. I'm going to put some Christmas music on, and then I will be back to start the Dickens read along. Cue rapturous applause. Yay! Okay, so end of the afternoon, it's dark. I've got to start thinking about dinner soon, so I thought Henry and Honey and I thought, what better time to sit down just briefly and officially launch our Christmas Carol read along. I'm gonna actually be using my hardback copy, which is lovely because I've lent the other copy to a friend who she's going to join in, Jen, who you saw briefly on one of my vlogs back when sometime. She's joining in too, which is brilliant. I hope you're ready with all your copies. If not, obviously it doesn't really matter. There's no book police here, so just jump in anytime. If your copy hasn't arrived or you're waiting for it from the library, then, you know, brilliant, doesn't matter, really. Oh, would you stop, please? She's got this awful habit of biting her nails. No, stop it. It's probably some deep psychological scarring going on there. Anyhow, and you're just looking po-faced, aren't you? You can't quite see him. He's sitting here, he's being Eeyore. Now, back to the book, sorry, focus. Everybody obviously reads at different speeds, different times and what have you. So what I've done with this, because I've never done a read along before, apart from, I think I mentioned I was chatting with, I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was, saying that I've only ever done it with homeschool kids. So what I'm going to suggest is a very, very loose structure about dates and really tell you what I'm going to be doing, and then you can fit in around it. The main thing is that you read and enjoy the book. I think that's the key, isn't it? So I'm going to start tonight, because I read when I go to bed, so that will be my time. And I'm going to suggest the following. Now, I'm going to begin with chapter 1, Marley's Ghost, and chapter 2, The First of the Three Spirits. Now, okay, so that's how, of course, you're going to begin with chapter 1. What I mean is, between now and the next time that I vlog or podcast or whatever I do, I'm going to aim to read those 2 chapters, and I will then do a vloggy pod on Friday the 6th. So that's a week today, isn't it? So a week today, I will do a specific podcast or vlog, whatever you like to call it, where we look at the first couple of chapters. Following that, the following week, I'll read the third chapter, so the second of the 3 ghosts, the 3 spirits. So I will do a similar review on Friday the 13th of December. I'm not superstitious, so it'll be Friday the 13th. And then the 4th chapter I'll review on Monday the 23rd of December. There's a very good reason for that, which I'll tell you in a moment. And what I'm hoping to do, and I think will be really nice to do, the last chapter, or the last stave, is actually quite short. And I think it will be really nice to try and read that on Christmas Eve, or, you know, the day before that. But obviously, you know, it's totally up to you. Not going to be checking in, but that will be how I will be kind of inviting discussion on those segments as we go through. Not huge, like, you know, answer the following questions, but just really to see if you're enjoying the story, what you're enjoying, what characters you like, and all that sort of biz. And we can just take it quite organically, really, and see, you know, whether, if you haven't read Dickens before, whether it's reading as you thought it might read, whether the language is easier or harder than you thought. So just things like that, really, and just to sort of cheer us all along. So, like I say, first week then, I'm going to go for the first couple of chapters. I may read more, but I won't be discussing more next week. There you go. That's it. That's taken me 5 minutes to say that. The reason there's a bit of a gap after Friday the 13th is that on Sunday the 15th, I'm going away. Hannah and I are having a girly trip. We're leaving the boys at home. So Gary and Joe will be at home with the dogs. Hannah and I are going to New York. Yay! It was quite a last minute thing. I say last minute, a few weeks ago we decided. So we are flying to New York on the 15th of December, staying 5 days and coming back overnight on the 19th and 20th. So Friday the 19th, is it? Hang on, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, no, the 20th. The 20th in the evening, we leave New York and we arrive back early on the morning of the 21st. So we're going to absorb all the Christmas sites, do a bit of shopping, quite a lot of culture. We're both culture geeks, so we're going to do some of that, but obviously plenty of shopping. Quite possibly a couple of yarn stores. So yeah, so I won't be here to do that. I am going to vlog, but obviously I'm not going to publish it from New York. I'll put some stuff on my Instagram stories, but I will do a kind of a composite review when I get back, probably after Christmas, depends how tired we are, but I definitely want to take you along with me and share some of the things with you. Obviously I know I don't know how many, but I know I've got some friends over in America who watch. So you may well, if you have any recommendations for what we do when we're in New York, we're staying in Midtown. So we're going to do the kind of the classic tourist bit and yeah, like I say, the touristy shopping bit as well. But very excited about that. But otherwise, back to Dickens. I will be reading Dickens when I go away. I will possibly download a copy for my Kindle though, because I'm not taking this with me. So that's about it for that section. This will be the end of today's vlog, because I'm saying this is quite a long chatty bit as well. I'll spin the camera in a minute and you can say cheerio to Honey and Henry for today. Tomorrow is the 30th of November, so it's the last official day of the vlog. I might well do one Sunday, just so that we can share, or at least Sunday night, Monday, because as I said to you, we're putting up our Christmas trees on Sunday, and obviously it's the beginning of Advent, the first Sunday of Advent, and the first Sunday, or was last Sunday the first Sunday of Advent? I got caught out last year. I haven't worked back the 4 Sundays. Anyway, 1st of December on Sunday. Then Hannah's birthday on Monday. So actually on Sunday, we're also going out for a meal or having a takeaway with my parents. So again, that'll be nice and festive and jolly. So I'll do some footage and I'll probably vlog on Monday. I'm not going to do Vlogmas, strictly speaking. Really? Excuse me. You see, good boy. Because, yeah, there's a lot going on. But I will still be doing regular, probably weekly, sort of composites. I like to think of them as a vlog pod. Anyway, enough waffle. Is there ever enough waffle from me? I hope you have a really pleasant evening, and I will see you for the last vlogging day of November on the morrow. Now she decides to behave herself. Here. Oh. Such a good girl, aren't you? Are you a good girl? Yes, you are. My best girl. Yes, you are. You're my honey. You're my honey girl. Thank you. You're my honey bear. You're a good girl. Should we go over here? Who's here? Who's over here? It's Henry. Henry. Hey, Henry. You good boy. Give me 5. Good boy. Oh, you're a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you're a good boy. Oh, you're a good boy. He's never very impressed when I do this. Oh.